What is up, everybody? My worthless opinion. I see you in here already. What's going on? MWO. So, another week. Losing to the Chiefs, 1-4, losing Justin Jefferson, going into this Bears game that most would say we should have absolutely win. Even without JJ, but especially with JJ gone, I do think it kind of changes things a little bit. How are you feeling about this game, Casey?
Indifferent. I don't know. It
Yeah,
feels
pretty much.
probably like one of those games we should win. One of those games we should win by a lot. One of those games that we're not going to win by a lot. It's going to be close and nail biting the whole time. But it gets a lot less nail biting when you just don't care because your team just isn't that great and doesn't come in clutch when you need them to. But at the end of the day, you still want them to win. I still think they're going to win. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Obviously, no JJ, but I'm excited, hopefully, to see what Jordan Addison can do. I mean, I know we both have been kind of scratching our heads at why they're not using him more, but I
Right.
think this may be the game where you see them cater the offense kind of around what he can do, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I think this is a great opportunity for Kevin O'Connell to take a step forward from a play calling perspective. There's still a lot to be desired from a head coaching perspective as well, but just with the game management stuff. But I think this is a big game to where we can see that this team can find a way to use its other weapons to
Mhm.
be successful and kind of maybe change up the offense a little bit, take fewer deep shots, take some shorter passes. We'll see. But I think we should win it. I'm not too
Yeah,
worried.
we should win.
Worst case
We should
scenario,
win.
worst case scenario, they're only going to have one of the top two picks and not both of them. So
Yeah, and we need to have them have none. And we talked about this before. We actually kind of like need to root for Justin Fields. Maybe not tomorrow, not this weekend, but in the long run, just so that there's no reason for them to have to go get Caleb
yeah.
Williams. They
Hey,
want Justin Fields to
our
be the
defense
future.
is our defense has done it before. Our defense has made people or made GMs think their quarterback was good, a la Daniel Jones, right?
Yep, and turnovers, injuries, and bad coaching has done this team in. Yeah,
Yes.
as turnovers is huge. Obviously, Justin Jefferson, mostly management right now, especially in these last games, coach management, and then because play
Yeah.
calling wasn't too
No,
terrible,
I thought it was pretty
but
good last game, but
yeah, it's definitely
still.
turnovers. Injuries is going to kill us, and
But
then whatever else, man.
turnovers
And
in
then
a
of
way do
course,
come down to coaching and it to an extent. I mean, the players have to go out there and execute, but you
and of
can't
course,
turn the ball over as much as
every
they have.
fan knows like the number one reason why the Vikings are losing though is of course Kirk Cousins. No, I'm
Uh,
just kidding. It's not on Kirk Cousins. I mean, I'm not saying
it's
that
on every
he's
it's on everybody
it's
at this
on
point.
everybody, yeah.
Everybody's making. I mean, he's not. He hasn't been perfect. He's
Yeah.
had fumbles. He's had bad interceptions, but it's on everybody at this
Yeah.
point. I mean,
And back to the coaching
nobody
thing and
can
back to
lie.
Addison and what you said about him not getting the opportunity we thought he should. Part of it, you do feel like he should have had more opportunities from the get-go. KJ's continued to get more snaps than him
Yeah,
by quite a bit. I think last week we looked or last Monday we looked at it and I think he had 78 to 58 or something like
yeah,
that for snaps,
nuts.
which is crazy. Obviously, with this game without Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison is going to be out there pretty much all the time. I'm interested to see what it looks like though. It's like is Jordan Addison going to get more snaps than KJ? I just feel naturally Jordan Addison will be the wide receiver one in this game.
Hope so.
I'm assuming if I'm the defense, if I'm the Bears watching our offense so far, I'm probably coming in this game trying to shut Jordan Addison down and probably and TJ Hawkinson. I'm probably not as worried about KJ Osborne. If I'm the Bears, that's what I'm doing. Hopefully the Bears come in and they're thinking like, oh, KJ Osborne's been getting all the snaps, so we're gonna put our best cornerback on him and
And
let
if I'm the
Addison
Bears, if I'm if I'm Matt Eberflus,
punch
I'm going
sandpaper.
back. Speaking of turnovers, I'm going back. I'm watching some early to mid, 2000 up 2010s Bears football and seeing how and just practicing the peanut Tillman punch because we will drop the football if you just go punching at it. So that's what I'm doing if I'm
Yeah,
Bears. Go back and watch some old Bears tape. Get that down.
you're aiming for
Like people
the
fumble.
Tillman punching.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another thing to be interesting. I guess in this game, I mean, if you're a Viking fan, your number one goal is I want to see no turnovers in this game at all. Like that's like this game goes well if we just see zero turnovers. Again, this is a game like we talked about this before getting on. I'm never gonna go in the game wanting to lose. I definitely we're not in a place in the season to want that yet, even though Justin Jefferson being
Right.
injured was a kick in the balls. So it does feel like less likely you're going to turn the season around, even against the Bears. But it is kind of just this weird feeling. Like if we were to lose, you do kind of feel indifferent about it. Like it doesn't have so much like end of the world feeling
Yeah.
to it. At the same time, like you shouldn't lose to the Bears. It's such an interesting feeling that we already have just 5
Yeah.
weeks into the NFL or
Right.
5 weeks into the
Yeah.
Vikings NFL season here.
Yeah, I mean, if they lose, it's not the end of the world, like maybe if a certain person went to Target Field the last 2 nights and didn't get to see one win, and then he got to watch his team season end last night live, it is what it is. Those people might not be too happy today, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, we know what it's like. We've been there before, and we move on, and we get our hopes up again for the next year when they, all importantly,
Unless they have
win
the
them.
boy, Caleb Williams. We could also put some blame on a lot of drop passes.
Yeah,
Yeah, another thing
absolutely.
talking about giving Jordan Addison more opportunity is obviously KJ and especially Hawkinson in these last couple games has had just brick for hands. I don't know
Yeah,
what it is. I don't think he's
weird,
getting the
weird.
easiest passes, but that they're hitting him in his hands, and
Yeah,
he's a tight end that is supposed to catch things
for
like
sure.
that. That's like literally from an offensive standpoint
Why you're
and
paying
from
him?
a yeah, and you're
Why you're
paying
paying
him
him what you're
for to
paying him?
make that. Yeah. So I think we
Yeah,
will see tons of Hawkinson this game, and maybe he'll hopefully holds on the ball. But I'm really hoping that we just mostly we see a lot of Jordan Addison,
yeah,
and I'm hoping they have more plays made for specifically Jordan Addison. And then again, our defense, it's we're at a point too where you just really are starting to want to see our young players play. So I'm hoping we
mhm.
see Andre Carter on the field even a little bit more, Jaquelin Roy, and then obviously Ivan Pace. It's
Yeah.
getting
Then you,
like if we were to lose this game, it's kind of like at that point you're just like we just want to see the most out of Jordan Addison and Ivan Pace and
yeah,
probably
you're,
Blackman to see what they have.
yeah, you're kind of at this point too. If you lose,
Ooh. What up,
ha-
Scojer?
had to go, man. Had to go. Had to go watch him lose twice. It is what it is. It's fun though. It was a
I
fun
forgot.
time. It was
I
a
forgot we
great
call it
atmosphere.
Casey. We call it the Casey. I forgot. Dave created a name now since we lost. The Casey starts with another C. What is it? I don't know. We were talking about it in the show
Curse. It's like
yesterday.
cool
Yeah.
secret.
Oh, maybe that's what a Casey curse.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Casey
It
curse.
was.
That's what it is. Yeah, no playing games for Casey next year.
Yeah.
Casey curse. Yeah, Scoldger remembers. Scold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what
it
it is.
was it
It's
was a great it
officially
was
the
a great
Casey curse.
atmosphere though. The place was absolutely packed both nights, even though we were losing pretty bad. Both nights were still packed till the 8th inning. Like last night was packed all the way
Mhm.
to the end. Good atmosphere, great building block for this Minnesota Twins team. If they can keep building on it, it's going to be fun, man. These Twins
Just
fans, Minnesota sports fans in general, man, they just care. And I know the Wild kickoff or puck drop tonight. I think first game. So
yeah,
sport.
and
There's
then
still
the
some excitement.
Timberwolves.
Still some excitement to be had. But and the Wolves soon.
And the
There's
Wolves
still some
soon. And
excitement. So
The Wolves have they're looking like they have a lot of potential. And we'll
mhm.
probably actually I think we should do a
Yeah,
before the season starts. We'll
for sure.
probably do a Wolves video just for the
Mhm.
fun of it.
But
We'll
obviously, this
kind
is
of
a
like we did
Viking
the
centric
videos.
channel, so we'll stick to that for now.
Well,
But
this
Minnesota
one,
sports, we're in an okay spot. I feel like
yeah.
we should feel very
And I forget we're actually
optimistic.
on
We should feel very
football.
optimistic about the future. So, in pretty much all the sports, man. Especially the
Yeah,
Wild, they'll get out
especially
underneath the crazy
and
scooter cap stuff this year, and
yeah, it'll be interesting. The Vikings are at the point where they're just the most in the
they
air.
are,
Like it still
they are,
feels like our future looks good because you have Justin Jefferson, you got like really strong pieces like
yeah,
Darisaw and Brian O'Neill and all those guys. So we still have a lot of talent there. So it does feel nice, but it is just kind of like that. Like, man, if we can get one of these top quarterbacks, specifically at this point, it does kind of seem like you want either Caleb Williams or Drake May. I haven't done my own due diligence on these quarterbacks personally. We will eventually here, maybe sooner than later, depending on how the season is going.
mhm,
But but then I know Sanders is kind of like the other guy, like you mentioned, and other people are talking about like he could be the Richardson of this draft, where he could end up pushing himself all the way to the top 5. Who knows? I kind of hope he does, just so there's other options there
yeah,
since we're sitting at the 4th spot right now.
right,
So we'll see what's up. But
yeah.
yeah, well, if we
See,
get a quarterback, it'll be exciting.
yeah, Shepard's people, yeah, yeah, I want, yeah, I don't know. I think that's just it's all just kind of speculation, and it's
Yeah,
kind of
you can't.
annoying.
It's hard to actually
But
believe
also,
in.
like, they're insiders, so JJ's agent is probably pushing some of this stuff
Right, right.
out for him to put out there. I don't know. It kinda is what it is, but,
How since we didn't get him on a contract, if we don't win any games by the time he comes back, he could sit out more games. How since we didn't give him, I guess he could just
Basically,
say
because
his
that was
injury.
Schefter's thing. It's like we didn't sign him, so basically he wants to get paid. So his thing's gonna be like, well, why do I want to go out there and play if we're not competing? And I just have another risk of injury, and then I don't get me. Like, yeah, I think it's just a bunch of
Well,
that
and then
stuff. Trying
he
to,
can just kind of act like his injury's lingering
yeah,
too.
for sure. So
So he'll
I
be
don't
able
know.
to do that. And that's the one thing
I
I
don't
do
think he,
want to.
but I don't think he's gonna. Because I mean, I was watching Purple for the Win, and he had a video on this. He's like, "Well, JJ cares about legacy. He said he wants to be the best. He wants to break
Yeah,
records,
right.
and in
He
order to do
does.
that, you need to play as many games as humanly possible." And he's a competitor. He's not. I don't think he's gonna. He knows he's gonna get paid.
I
Like, he's
don't
not
see
the
that
type that's just gonna
happening.
sit
But
out and not.
the
But kind of getting back into the. You have anything else to say before we get back into the game?
Yeah, I was just gonna say the interesting thing about JJ's situation though is like because there's all the rumors about saying that he turned down the a record breaking. Like I wonder if those are true. We don't know if they're true or not, but saying he turned down a record breaking um, contract, which is kind of interesting if that's true. And
Yeah, I don't know how I
why
believe
I
that.
don't. Yeah, that's why I'm like I'm
Was
not
that
sure if that
NSC North
actually
News Twitter
happened.
page? Like, nah.
Oh no,
We'd have
who it
seen it
was,
from a more
but
credible source by now if something like that. I mean, I knew there was an offer on the table, but probably not quite what he was
yeah.
looking for. But anyway, back to the game. The one thing defensively, it's what we did against Hurts and what we did against Mahomes for the most part. Keep Justin Fields in the pocket, keep him contained. With Justin Fields, you can send some pressure after though, because he's not Patrick Mahomes in the pocket. He will get skittish. He will hold on the ball too long, leading to a sack. He will make some bad decisions. So you got to get on him. Keep him contained in the pocket. You can't let him scramble. As soon as he does that, he'll run for yards, and it gives DJ Moore an opportunity to get open, who's coming off an 8-catch, 230-yard, 3-touchdown game. So
Yeah.
keep Justin Fields in the pocket and get pressure on him. Keep him contained, and everything's going to be just fine from that perspective. So,
Yep, exactly. And my worthless opinion, exactly. I mean, with JJ, I feel
he's
like
not a yeah.
there's really no reason to ever, and there's a lot of media. It's part of media, but there's really no reason to believe that JJ is going to do anything like that. He's not done anything like that in his entire career. There's at least 7 to 10 quarterbacks in the upcoming draft.
Mhm.
Salute, gang. Let's go. Jamie Case and Skull family. Let's go. Let's go. 6-shooter nation gaming. Let's go. Let's go.
There definitely
Yeah.
are, and a lot of them are going to be like bottom first, second round ish type quarterbacks. But obviously, it's a quarterback position, so I'm sure a bunch of them will end up moving up into the top, into the first round, and maybe even higher up into the first round. So,
Yep. Hey, and De Niro, I'll be sending your card out tomorrow, by the way.
did he win last
He's
night?
the one that won. Yeah.
Won
First
last
time
night.
winner. First time winner last night. Let's go, De
Go.
Niro.
Go.
But yeah, I saw your message in the email and everything. So we'll definitely get that out to you. But yeah, the quarterback thing, it is kind of like it does seem like it's Caleb Williams, Drake May, maybe Sanders makes his way up right behind them. That's kind of how people are looking at it. Some people have Bo Nix up or whatever, but then it does seem like they can be all the way down into the second round.
Yeah,
with
where then you get like the viewers,
JJ
McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Yeah,
JJ McCarthy's kind of sitting in the first round for
Mm,
most people,
then
but Bo Nix, Penix
Penix Jr.
Jr., and then Riley Leonard's kind of made
Yep,
his way up, and
yep,
then
and
I
then
think
Travis,
that's about. Oh yeah, for
the Florida
Travis
State guy,
Jordan,
Jordan Travis,
Jordan
Travis.
Travis,
Yeah,
Jordan
yep,
Travis.
yep. So
So yeah. So there's going to be some people, man. Yeah, smash that like button. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
absolutely.
Let's go. All right, we're going to jump into some sports betting things, starting with our fantasy team, which, we paid $50 for this. If we win this right now, we're 3-2, even though we lost Nick Chubb right away. We're sitting in 4th place. And if we win any money on this, it will go to a giveaway, a bigger giveaway, a nicer giveaway. It'd be like $200 or something like that. So let's look at our lineup real quick here. We have Russell Wilson. We do have Deshaun Watson coming. Oh, wait, no, he's still injury. So he still might. I don't know if he'll come back. So we'll probably keep Wilson in there. We got to keep him in there tonight. I mean, he's going to have to throw the ball, so we might as well just keep him in there, huh?
Yeah, I would say so.
I don't
Hey,
think we have much
6-shooter nation. Who do you put the blame on for someone that went to the last 2 games that didn't go to when they were winning? That was
we
me.
went
I'm
to the Twins
sorry.
game that didn't
Yeah.
go. Yeah. Casey is the opposite of that. He's going to the games only when they lose.
Yeah, I went to the last 2 and it hurt pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
De Niro, if it's not Caleb or Drake, we shouldn't draft a quarterback. Do you think
I disagree.
It depends. It depends. I mean, if you do draft a quarterback that's not them, then you're just really hoping. I know I heard JJ McCarthy. A lot of people I just hope if it's not
Just don't
Caleb or
reach.
Drake, I think I'm hoping that, we have enough faith in Kwesi and KOC to find a guy. If they do draft one, it's one that they really like outside of I think outside of Drake May and Caleb Williams with guys like McCarthy, Leonard, Jordan Travis, Bo Nix, Penix Jr. Am I missing one? Probably. But Ewers and Casey's guy, Ewers. All of them, one of those guys are going to be a stud, I bet you. Like at least one of them. Mm-hmm. So it's like there's no way all those guys just end up sucking.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, I think we keep Russell Wilson in here with
Stephon Diggs, obviously.
Watson's against San Francisco. Anyways, for that, Diggs, McLaurin probably against Atlanta. We have to see what we have instead of him, which we have. Actually, we have to put Addison in here.
Yeah,
we do have to put Addison in here, which we might have to switch back and look at some tight ends out there.
Marquise Brown,
which we don't even need him. So maybe we put because McLaurin still. I mean, he still did pretty solid last week, I believe.
Did he?
Yeah, he had, one thing that was crappy about him, he had like 3 pass interference calls that would have been huge plays.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Game log, I think if you go to game log, you can see what he did.
Down here, yeah. So he ended up with, what's this last game? So he had 5 targets for 49 yards. Not great, but not terrible, because it'd be in place of Brandon Ayuk, who has game log, and he stopped doing that. So last week he had 7 targets for 4 receptions for 58 yards. That's pretty good. I don't know. What do you think? We have to put Addison in here, and it will be in place. So. Put him instead of McLaurin or Ayuk. Gibbs has been a bum.
Because they're all kind of projected the same, unfortunately.
Oh, we have to change ours. We can't get rid of Pittsburgh either. We might have to drop a player. Gus Edwards, probably.
Yeah. Huh.
What do you think? I say, I'm going to let you pick McLaurin or Brandon Ayuk. Okay, let's do it. Boom. Got to put Addison in there. Wide receiver 1, baby. Let's go. I'm going to look at some players to add real quick because, Brock Purdy is out there. We could put him in there instead of Wilson.
Yeah, honestly, at this point.
Would you rather do that, you think?
It's a waiver claim, though, so.
Oh, that's what happened last week, too. That's the reason why. All right, screw it. We're just going to ride. Wilson's had 2 back-to-back good fantasy games, so let's go to – I want to see what's out there for tight ends right now. Hunter Henry, Dalton Schultz is starting to step up, actually. We're just not getting much out of who we got now with Kincaid, so we might be better off taking a chance with these guys.
Somebody else.
Let's see here.
Hunter Henry's struggled since the first 2 weeks.
Oh, especially last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always been kind of – Dalton Schultz is actually going up. He's on his way up right now.
Yeah, damn.
He just had that.
I would say let's snag Schultz.
Take a chance here, assuming again that Kincaid is
questionable anyway.
Not doing good. Not terrible, but not what I was hoping. It's painfully obvious that what's his name is the guy for these rookies. What's his name for the Lions? So let's do that. We're gonna get rid of Kincaid then.
Did you see what Dan Campbell said about the running backs today?
Yeah, with Montgomery, pretty much saying
Montgomery's the workhorse.
Gibbs is going to be a gadget. Why would you spend the 12th overall pick? Trade up and get the 12th overall pick.
You could have added
a gadget player.
You could have added a really good defensive player for that.
Dude, insane. That's crazy. That's you say what you want about Kwesi's drafting, but that's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. Hey, what up, Skol Mafia? What up? I don't want to reach again. We haven't drafted a franchise quarterback since Fran Tarkenton. Yeah, I don't know. We need a quarterback for sure, though. In my opinion, I'm grabbing. You have to make a move. Don't reach, but hopefully you don't.
You have to like the guy you're going to take in the first round. Like you can't just grab one. You can't ponder it. You can't grab one.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to grab one.
Right. Defense. Who we got? Boom. Seattle's versus Cincinnati. I'm not loving that. Not loving that. Man, there's some difficult choices. I think I probably go with Jacksonville here. Do they even have like a This is like, why do they have fantasy points? They should have a spot where it's projected for this week. I'm going Jacksonville here.
Who do
Screw
they
it.
play? Indy? Oh, Gardner Minshew, though.
He's not that good. Sorry, Gus Bus. Even though we might have to go back and grab him. I can come back and look at this again, but there wasn't a lot of good options.
Okay, I was gonna say I gotta put the defense in there.
All right, so I think we're good.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we got that lineup in. I'll keep an eye on it. Boom. All right, let's do a DraftKings for tonight's game here. This one's gonna be we've been getting some tough ones because there's so many good players. Well, specifically because the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, you think Mahomes would just destroy this team, but what do you think? We put him in our captain, or do we think we go cheaper? I do like a guy I like right off the bat is Dulcich, or whatever his name is pronounced. He's been injured and he's coming back, and he had a pretty productive season last year. So I do like him at that cost. There's no other injuries we really have to worry about. I mean, we could take a.
All right, I'm still here, but my phone decided to do an update, so my camera won't be on.
Interesting. He'll be back.
The rest
Some
of the
mock
episode.
drafts have us taking an edge rusher on the 5th pick. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, we can't. No, it depends on who's there. It depends on who's there for a quarterback, though. Because if we're the 5th pick and Drake May, if Drake May and Cale Williams are gone, we're gonna have to we might have to try to trade back at that point, unless one of these guys like Sanders does make his way up to like the top 5. But I don't want to reach either. I don't know, unless we really feel like he's gonna be him. So we'll see. But yeah, you got to take a chance, or we will live in the past forever. Yeah, you got to take a chance. We have to. And if you trade back, and if you're in if we're in the middle, if we pick a quarterback in the middle of the first round, and I just hope if he's not the guy, maybe you just try to move on earlier than later. I guess I don't know. Like, don't let picking a quarterback and him not being the right pick screw you from ever grabbing another one for like years that people always want to say. 75-21 will be the final score of the Chiefs Broncos game. Chiefs Broncos, Sarah. Who do we want as our captain in here? Who do we want?
Kelce?
Patrick Mahomes. Kelce, we could. Is Taylor Swift supposed to be there?
No. Oh, she'll be there for their next game, I think. I don't think she's going there tonight, though.
I kind of like it if she's there, I don't know. I guess how much. All right, we'll make a team around. I don't know. I'm feeling Mahomes. I'm feeling Mahomes due. Mahomes is due for an insane game, I feel like. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Mahomes. I am gonna put Kelce in here though, and then we're gonna have to go cheap as hell. So I'm gonna actually come back and put Justin Ross in there, who hopefully we can just get one catch out of him, because he's really cheap. So Justin Ross, 600, cheap. And then I'm going to put Dulcich in there right away as well. So now it kind of has a little bit more money. I think we could probably put Russell Wilson in there. Actually, I will put him in there. And it gives us enough money for Rashee Rice. How did he do last week? 11. He ended up with 3 targets. Oh, no. Minnesota, yeah. Oh, yeah, he had a touchdown. I mean, that's a little bit. I wish we were able to get one of these guys in here, like a Sutton or something. I mean, I could probably make Kelce the captain, but I kind of feel like it's going to be a Mahomes game. Let's see what that looks like here. So what the hell? There. Put that in there. And now we have enough money for Javonte Williams, a running back. No, I'm not liking that. So I'm putting Patrick Mahomes back in there immediately. And then I'm going to put Kelce. And then, you know what? We might just take a flyer on Rashee Rice. I got Russell Wilson in there. Rashee Rice, because outside of him, unless we went like Chiefs defense, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Yeah, but at the same time,
their defense isn't like great.
No, it's not. No, I'm not loving it, honestly. We could maybe put McKinnon? No, I'm not loving that either. I think we just roll with this. Maybe this is Rashee Rice's breakout game, even though we also have Justin Ross in here. So this is pretty much assuming that the Kansas City just absolutely destroys Denver Broncos. But let's do it. Boom. Update entry. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Kelsey is kind of injured. He's still, for whatever reason, comes back after his injury and destroys us. Of course.
Iron Man.
Yeah, it's annoying. All right, let's do another. We're gonna do a regular lineup here. So let's see here. We're not showdowns. No showdowns. Let's see. Let's see. We've got classic right here. No, not showdowns. This is what we want. We want this one. There we go. Should be good. All right, we're gonna do this one here. Even though we had a so far we've been killing it on here actually. We do these cheap ones, so it's like your chances of making a lot of money is slim. But we were up towards the top. We made like $10 last week and the week before.
Let's go.
And we might follow the same suit because again, just like anytime you do a DraftKings, first thing you do is look at games and see which ones you think are going to be high scoring. Washington, Atlanta, no. Minnesota, Chicago, always the real possibility, at least for Minnesota, to score on them. Of course, Minnesota has a lot of interesting options with JJ gone. Cincinnati, Seattle,
maybe,
I think that definitely could be. Is that no?
No.
Both these defenses actually not that game. This one could especially for Miami.
Yeah.
For Miami mostly.
Ugh, that's gonna be an ugly game right there.
No, ugly.
Detroit,
this could be good. That could be good. Arizona.
Yeah.
This could be even solid.
Maybe.
I'm not liking this.
Jets, maybe.
I'm liking. Let's
I think
I
kind of like Seattle, Cincy.
Last week we went with Joe Burrow, and on the number one lineup last week had Joe Burrow and Chase in it. By the way, but Joe Burrow's price is still pretty cheap, especially if he's making the ascent back to where he's supposed to be. Then you're still getting him at a really good deal. So let's grab him and put Chase in here as well right away.
Sure. I say toss Addison in there because we think he's gonna have a big week this week.
Hey, where's Casey? He won't show his face after going to the Twins game yesterday. Ever since he became Casey Curse or whatever, he's not showing his face anymore.
I told you all my camera wasn't working. My phone decided it was gonna do an update. So
because he's poo-pooing. He's in the bathroom doing this right now.
Nah, fam,
how professional.
I'm right here at my computer.
I agree with you. With Justin Jefferson gone, you got to come down here and find the boy Addison for 5,700, cheap as can be. Another play you could do is I think it's not even a bad idea to go get Osborne, or do you pay up and you just pay the extra money to go get Hawkinson in a game like this without Justin Jefferson? What do you think, Casey?
One more time, sorry.
Jamie probably turned him into an AI voice as punishment for the Twins. Yeah, he deserves it.
Hey, now.
I told him if you go to this game, if he goes to this game,
I'm sorry.
I was saying like KJ Osborne at 4,400 because no matter the ball's going to get thrown around, so a lot of people benefit from JJ being gone. So it's KJ at 44, or should we roll with TJ Hawkinson at 66? Anybody in the chat, let me know.
Why not?
What do you think? I don't think one of them's gonna have to take a backseat,
I'd say Addison and Hawkinson if we can do both.
I say let's try to give that a shot.
Hawk's hands are gonna work this game. I have a feeling.
And no matter what, he doesn't even need hands to produce because he just gets thrown to so often. He's gonna catch some of them, So we got Burrow, Jamar Chase, Addison, TJ Hawkinson. Let's go make things a little bit cheaper and go down and grab a defense right away, which looking at this, you could go New England's defense against the Raiders for 26 or rolling with the Vikings at 3,000 against Chicago. What do you think on that? Patriots could be solid at 26. I mean, their defense isn't too terrible, and Vegas isn't that good.
Yeah.
What do you think here?
You're trying to decide which one of those defenses?
Yeah, Patriots or the Vikings. I mean, we could see what we have with the Patriots, and if we come back and want the Vikings.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because Vegas, I mean, they can just be so trash, and New England can be stingy defense at times. Like they even proved against Miami.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any running backs. How much money we have? 5,000. We don't have tons of money left. One guy I want to see right away. Look at they made these lineups prior to Achan going on IR, which does make Mostert at 6,400 against the 31st worst defense pretty interesting. I do think we should throw him in there.
Yeah, I'm down. You know
So
me. I'm a fan of him.
Yeah. Some would say maybe too big of a fan, but all right. So we got TJ. Actually, you know what? Let me put a little bit of boom. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put this on here. There we go. I want a little music going up in here. You know what I'm saying? So we've got who else do we have? So another cheap option would be Herbert's out. This is another game against us. And last time we went against a quarterback that is as run happy as even more run happy than in Jalen Hurts. We ended up letting their run defense destroy us. That could happen again in the Chicago game potentially. But not even just that, but Herbert's doubtful, so you're gonna be able to get a guy like I know there's that rookie in here, but Rashawn Johnson. I think he'd be a good choice to pick here, but right now he's questionable, so maybe we'll throw in Foreman for now and circle back to that. That way we get a really cheap running back that probably will be the starter. So I think I like that. What else we got here? So we got Joe Burrow, Mostert, Foreman, Jamar Chase, Jordan Addison. Let's go find ourselves a cheap wide receiver because we usually do a good job at finding those. Two guys I like right off the bat here is Osborne's pretty cheap. I like Joshua Downs. I think he's on the way up. He had 6 targets, 6 receptions, 6 targets. It's 97 yards. And the last time that Minshew was playing, he had 8 receptions for 12 targets. So, and when Minshew came in, he was going towards Josh Downs. So I think he has a rapport with Josh Downs. So I do like him there. And then you do have Curtis Samuel, who has been stepping up with 6 for 7 targets, 7 8 targets. What do you think between Samuel and Downs? I think both of them are good choices.
Yeah. I mean, Samuel is definitely the more proven one, but Downs is, and he's having 2 really good weeks in a row as well. So is Downs. It is a tough choice.
The thing with Downs is at the same time, like you never know what his upside really is,
Right.
I don't know. I think I might put Downs in. I just have a really good feeling with him and
Do it.
Minshew here. So that leaves us with 5,600, which is interesting because that does leave us Madison if we want him.
Yeah. Also leaves you Sam Laporte. Tight ends in the flex spot are no fun. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we ain't doing that. Otherwise, we could go a little bit cheaper and grab Pierce, who hasn't produced a lot, but look at his 24 attempts, 20 attempts. His touches are freaking crazy, which generally leads to some sort of production eventually.
Yeah.
So that's an option. Otherwise, we could try going Samuels and Josh Downs and then paying up higher for a position.
Yeah, we could try that. See what happens.
See what that looks like. So we'll go with Samuel. Where is he? Oh, right here. So we'll go like that, and then maybe we'll come back to Foreman here. 63. That definitely leaves us with extra cash here. 63. We can go to Joe Mixon.
Oh, Zach Moss. He's been.
The only thing with him though, you got to worry about
Jonathan Taylor in that game.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift is there. Breece Hall is there. Ooh.
We could go with Breece Hall. That's a tough defense, but man,
a huge game last week.
I like him here, honestly. That's another. We had him last week too. So we picked. I mean, we killed it with that. Let's roll with him again, and then we can go back. We'll go back down here and see if there is a defense that we'd rather have.
2,900. You got.
I don't think so. I think I'm going with.
No.
I think I go with the Patriots out of these.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Jimmy G likes to throw some turnovers.
What's that?
So Jimmy G likes to throw some turnovers.
Oh yeah, I know, for real. All right. I thought you said Jamie G. I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
No, I love to throw touchdowns, bro. If I had the arm to reach it there, you know. All right, so we got that. Let's do some prize picks. Boom, get out of here. Prize picks. Where's my prize picks? See if I can go through an entire stream without forgetting to share my screen here.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. All right, share a screen. Prize picks. Boom, right there. All right, so I already know a couple guys that I like for this. That's not a Viking, and it's Derrick Henry up against Baltimore's defense. I think he's going to get more than 66.5 yards. And then same with, we do like Shroud to beat 250 yards because he's averaging. What's my screen doing right now? All right. He's averaging much more than that. So we're going to take a chance on Shroud over 242. And then if we have to come back, we will. But let's go to let's right away go look at Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, 250 yards, more or less against a Chicago team, even without Justin Jefferson.
Justin, what's going on here, man? Thanks for hopping in.
What up? Hey, what up, Catch?
I know it's been a rough go this year, man. So far this year, like these last couple, like the seasons, I guess I won't count last Wolves season because I went to one of their games and they won. But I'm 1-5, I think, because I saw one Twins win, I've seen 3 Twins losses and 2 Vikings losses. So not great. Not That's a great look for me.
Just as soon as he comes back, everybody just fucking goes after you.
But it was still a fun environment, man. The playoff atmosphere was awesome. It was rocking.
Yeah.
For a little bit at least.
All right. Kirk Cousins, 250 yards, more or less this week without JJ.
I'm gonna say less. It just feels like one.
I think more.
It feels like one of those games where he's just not gonna have a lot of passing yards. I don't know why.
Think so? Oh no. What's the chat think? More? Do you think Kirk Cousins is gonna have more than 250 yards or less than 250 yards? Let us know in the chat. I'm on more. Less. We got one with less. One less. I mean, he definitely could without JJ in there. All right, we could do it.
I could just see it being more like I could see it being more like an efficient passing outing where he's like 17 of 19 for 230 yards, but yet he still throws like 2 or 3 touchdowns.
I mean, he hasn't passed 250 yards in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm gonna say less on that. I'm gonna say less on it. I still think he's gonna have, like I said, an efficient outing, but I think it's gonna be less.
Rush yards. We got Alexander Madison, 50 yards, more or less. I believe we actually hit this last week with less than 50 yards. What are we thinking for Alexander Madison? More or less 50.5 yards?
That's tough. 50 yards is so hard, you know?
Oh, my worthless did say more. What do we got on Addison? We got me and you got outbeat my worthless. On the Kirk Cousins.
I'm always feeling more.
You do? All right. Anyone else? What do you guys think? Alexander Madison, more or less than 50 yards, pretty much. Because I mean, last week was less. I do feel like this. I have this feeling that we're just going to continue seeing more Akers. But because it's not like they did that good. Less, I think Akers gonna get a lot of touches. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go less. Let's get into some. We'll find some people we can actually do some more on. Starting with the boy, assuming he's in here, and that is my guy, Jordan Addison, 54.5. That's like you might as well just give us money on him immediately. We do have KJ down here. I don't think we
Brandon Powell and TJ.
Is he on here? And right even there. Josh Oliver.
You were right on him. The finger is right on it, right there.
Oh, I forgot he's not wearing. I was looking for a purple jersey. I don't think we can choose two players from the
Oh,
same
I think
thing
so.
from the same team. We could go fantasy score here though. Oh, we didn't make the cut. All right. Pass rush touchdowns. Half pass. So field goals made. We won't worry about that. Where's receptions? Okay, this is where we can do something a little bit different here. Jordan Addison 4.5. KJ Osborne 3.5. We could TJ Hawkinson. I think he gets more than 5.5 receptions.
Might get more than 5.5 targets. How many of them does he catch?
That's a good point. We should probably look at
maybe this
targets
will
for
be that.
him.
Maybe this will be that game for him. Where he comes out and dominates.
He should catch like he's gonna get like 12. They're gonna throw it to him like 12 times, I bet. So I think he'll get more than 5.5. Unless let's see if there's a targets one on here anywhere. There sometimes reception targets.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, they didn't give it
And
to
there's
us. They
barely
only I think
anybody.
sometimes they wait to see they only do like the
It's
games.
tonight's game. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna go over on TJ Hawkinson for this one. And then let's see here. So we got Derrick Henry, Stroud, Kirk Cousins. Oh wait, do we already have 6? Oh, we already have 6. Let's look at I want to see if they put any Vikings players out here. Harrison Smith. Finally, Cam Bynum. They haven't put any of them in here for a while. Wow, that's actually interesting. Cam Bynum has
Jordan Hicks is right there too, to the right.
Dude, they've been destroying these. Cam Bynum, he's been getting at least 10. Harrison Smith, I could see Harry going that. Maybe we go Harry instead of one of these other ones.
Yeah.
Go Harry on the over here. Who should we take out? Hawk or Alexander Matt? I think Alexander Madison's the biggest.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So let's take him out. And let's go with Harrison Smith with a more.
Yeah.
I'm liking that. I'm
I
liking
like it.
that. I just want to see if now they decide to put I do like Daniel Hunter here, but I'm liking Harrison Smith for 5.5 sacks or tackles. All right, so we'll go with this is our lineup here. Boom. Put him in. I'm gonna go $5. If we win, there was one time where we were 0.5 of a catch away from winning the 125 from Justin Jefferson.
Then at that point, you take the 125 and roll it in next week.
And we just keep grinding. We build this baby up to a few grand, and then we do the most insane giveaway y'all could think of. All right, so we got that. Let's get into our prize or our pick'ems with. I always have to do this. Let me get this going before. Wait. Checking location. I gotta do all that fun stuff. All right. So let me share my screen here. Share screen, share. Boom, boom. Let's go to my pools. See how we're doing in this live. Oh, they're going to really make me do this? Ooh. Dang, we're in the money.
Hey, let's go. 156. What
156 bucks. 50.
Hey, that's not bad. We're up 100.
Hey, look, we can win some money here. That's what I'm saying. And some of this money is gonna go to a pretty good giveaway if we do this. So yeah, this picking teams is gonna matter now. Because what do we do? Oh, we went 5 for 5 last week.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Love to see it.
We had we win against I think we went against the Vikings. We definitely did. We definitely did. All right, let's see what our picks this week are going to be looking like. Let me get a little bit closer here. We're in the money.
Though
I don't love it. That just seems too much. We've been going away from those huge scores.
Those Thursday night games, except for last week, I guess. Usually
I could see tight. Baltimore hitting that, but it's not
Baltimore
perfect.
Baltimore looked bad last week.
I'm not loving it. I'm not loving. Oh, I could see Washington win this game.
I'm taking San Fran by 5. I'm taking San Fran by more than 5.5. Absolutely.
Easily. What do you think about Washington? I think Washington wins this. I don't think Atlanta's that good. I don't think Washington's really that good, but I like their players better.
I would take Washington, yeah. That's tough.
I feel like New Orleans could, but man, Houston's been beating good teams actually. This one's an interesting one. Miami should drop this on their heads.
I'm taking Cincy over Seattle by 3.
I'm taking Cincy. Yeah,
by field goal, absolutely.
This one, I don't know. Jacksonville's lost.
Give us the
I'm
Vikes by
picking.
3. Give us the Vikes
I'm
by
picking
3.
the Vikings by
Yep.
3. Easy. This one, I could see the Patriots beating the Raiders. I like Detroit over Tampa Bay by 3.5.
Okay.
Do you?
Let's take a look at the other
You?
one. See, yeah, I think so. See if there's anything else.
I could see Eagles beating them by a touchdown, but their defense can be stingy sometimes.
14.5 Buffalo over Giants. Oof. And then
I could see Dallas should win this one.
Toss up,
even though. How many do we have right now? I
think we have 5. 2,
4,
3,
5.
4, 5.
Okay.
And you need 5, right?
I'd probably put my money on Dallas beating the Chargers.
Yeah.
Or the other one I would probably say is New England beating the Raiders. Obviously not because the New England would have to get beat by more.
Or will they keep it within? Yeah, will they keep it within 3?
What do you think?
I say give me Dallas in that last one. They're going to be the Chargers need to win.
Oh wait, too many items. Oh okay.
Oh yeah,
easy. We only do 5. Why did I feel like we do 6? Okay. Well, we'll save that.
6 prize picks, right?
Yeah, that's what it is probably. Hey, I like that. Dang, we're in the money on that. That's what's up.
And like a solid amount of the money too.
Yeah. We're feeling good, baby. Yeah. And our fantasy is gonna win. I'm gonna remember everybody who's in on these shows because they're gonna get something extra special. But yeah, anything else other than obviously this is a game that you win and you're kind of just like, all right, we're kind of in the same spot, but if you lose, things might blow up, so it's gonna be an interesting one.
I mean, we were talking about Danielle Hunter. How many games does he have left in Vikings purple? I mean, I guess I saw some rumor today the Jags are interested. So I mean, if we keep losing, like you're gonna need to start selling some pieces, and I don't know what you're gonna be able to get for him at this point.
Hunter, and it does suck. Like if we obviously at this point, you got to do what you got to do. We need to get a quarterback of the future and stuff. So I can see and Danielle Hunter's contract's ending, and we probably won't be able to afford him. There's a good chance we can afford him. But the reality of that is, even if we do get a quarterback next year, and we go into next year's into the season next year, we probably don't have really anything from a pass rush standpoint, which would be concerning.
You have to draft and sign whoever you can. Maybe if Davenport stays healthy the rest of the year, maybe you bring him back on a multi-year extension.
Maybe. And you're right too, because if we do get the quarterback of the future, we immediately turn around from we don't want to lose at all. Like we want to be as good as possible, even if we don't make playoffs at that point, right?
Yeah, because at that point, like if you think about it, let's say you pay JJ, right? You draft, and let's say the offensive line keeps growing as they have, like you pointed out, they've looked a lot better. They're PFF wise, they're getting pretty solid grades. Mm-hmm. So you draft your quarterback. What else do you need on offense? You already have you're gonna have 2 good receivers, a tight end who you hope is better, and you have running backs you can count on at the very least, and then you draft defense with the rest of your picks, edge rushers, whatever you can get. And then, that next year is like, let's see how we can do this first year under a new quarterback, see how things grow, and then go from there. So we'll see.
Yeah. We might have to accept a 2-year. Possibly. And at the very least, like
this year,
I don't think
one though, right?
I don't think if we do get a quarterback of the future or whatever, I feel like next year it won't be like I don't think we're going to end up doing a real rebuild. I think, there I go now. I think it will be something where it's like our team's still going to be somewhat good. I don't think they'll be a playoff team, but I don't think they'll be like bottom of the barrel team either. So hopefully not. I mean, hopefully we get like Caleb Williams. You put Caleb Williams in there, other than Kirk Cousins, out the gate, you're a Super Bowl contender.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'm just kidding. I don't know about that, but I think if you got a guy like Caleb Williams or even maybe Drake May, like maybe it's not significantly different than Kirk Cousins, and you could actually be a playoff team as soon as next year if you get a quarterback like that. That's a little bit wishful thinking, but I don't know. We'll see.
Other than that, though, I guess we'll see what happens. That's all you can do.
Yep, be an interesting thing. So, for our shows, we'll be on Bleacher Report. If anybody is watching this here, who's here right now, go follow us on GG Sports Podcast. Follow here first. If you're watching, you're not followed here at Purple and SKOL'd Media. Follow here, but then go follow us on GG Sports Podcast. We're done with shows this week, but we do a Bleacher Report show right after the game. So if you have a Bleacher Report app, pop in there. You'll see us on there as soon as the game's over. Probably talking about a victory. And if not, you're going to hear a lot of interesting things from us, I'm sure. So,
Yep. So we'll see. But yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks everybody for popping in. Skol Vikes.